Good morning, Judge. So obviously you've been very, very busy overnight, and I'll tell you what, mate, that is looking absolutely superb. Some really good work there. So your insertion zones are quite far back. As you get any more buildings, obviously, if you can look at this area here. Now, one of the things you have to watch out for with these sort of rock formations is to make sure that if somebody has mortar men or any other sort of attack, that they don't stand at the back here uh, and sort of fire over the top. So make sure you've got cover from something like that, which you have. So obviously you always bear that in mind, because that's how I would try and take it. So that looks good. The mines are much better positioned. I'd maybe move that one just closer towards the war factory. You want the mine to kind of be doing its damage while they're trying to hit the turret. So I reckon you could probably hit that turret before the mine kicks in. Obviously more so with some of the longer vehicles, but certainly what you're going to fight, which is probably Humvees and things, maybe just have that mine a little bit further out. But that's really good. So the only area you need to look at now, and you've got the principle of all these spacing, so that's absolutely excellent. I fancy that if you were to put something like the airstrip there, sidewards on along here, that'll get rid of the majority of this spawn done. It just, you can spawn quite close to your base here. Yes, you've got to come around the corner, but maybe that's the only thing I would feed back on. Now you've got, let's have a little look. So yeah, you've got, maybe you could sacrifice a little bit of this corner, for example, and obviously, you know, there might be a spawn close here. But I would try and see if you can maybe fix a little bit of that. Maybe if you just do your spacing, remember it's 1.5 squares each. If you did these spacings closer, because I think they're probably 1 square. So if you space them out a little bit, then you can probably eat into this little gap a bit as well. So you're just trying to push everybody as far back as you can. Now, if you look at your turrets, everybody there is lit up, which is excellent. That means they're going to fire a lot quicker, which is absolutely superb. So yeah, absolutely brilliant, mate. I think that's really good. A huge difference. And I think if you monitor where your defence stats are now, and then check them against where they will be in a few days' time, then you should start to see a noticeable, difference. I'm pretty certain of that. So really well done. Now just be careful what you're upgrading here as well, brother, because I've got, you've got barriers level 4. I've not even got barriers level 4 on my base. So that's XP that you've spent. And you've only got a limited supply of XP at all levels. Yes, you will upgrade to T3 before long, I'm sure of it. When you feel that you're strong enough. But that XP is things that you can't spend on. So there is actually a leveling up plan that I work to for T3, which tells you to keep your barracks, for example, level 4, to keep your airstrip technically still level 1 at T3. But it is what it is. If you've upgraded it, you're only ahead of the game. But it's that limitation of XP. It's like having a pocket of money. You can only spend it once, and if you spend it on one thing, you can't then buy something else. So it does start getting to the point when you're at level 27, and where I am at 37, where you might need something and you haven't quite got it. Now, I would certainly concentrate on getting the XP spent on things like your mining. And I would certainly spend it on, that's oil. When I say mining, forgive me, sorry. So your oil pumps and your oil storage is good, but I certainly wouldn't be using metal production. I've kept a lot of mine still at level 1, because I don't need to make metal. I go out and earn it. I don't necessarily need to store it, because if I use my events wisely, certainly the Almira and some of the other weekly and monthly events, you can actually earn far more than what you're meant to carry. and I use that as the method to get metal, you know, above what I would normally have, rather than upgrade the metal mines, and that'll save me some XP. So what I'll do, I'll send you this. And I'll also send you the level guide that I use for T3, which is the next level. So at the moment, T1 is when you first start the game. T2 is the level you're at the moment. That's 14 to 27s. And then from, I think, 24 to 37s is T3. So you're in T3 at this moment to come and visit us. Thanks, bro. Cheers.